Today we are identifying three-dimensional figures, and it says here determine whether each solid is a polyhedron or a non-polyhedron and identify the solid. So remember, a polyhedron is a solid with all flat surfaces that enclose a single region of space. And so if we look here, it looks as though there is a circle in this shape, and so this circle is not a flat surface. It's more of a circular region here. And so this would not be a polyhedron. So we would say this is a non-polyhedron. And what can we call it? So maybe you want to check maybe some formula chart or look it up online. But if we look here, we can it looks like an ice cream cone. And as soon as you think of that, you can know that it's actually a cone, okay? And so that's what we would call it. All right, so the next one we have to identify is this one. Would this be a polyhedron or a non-polyhedron? And then we need to actually name it. So remember what a polyhedron is. It's a solid with flat surfaces that enclose a single region of space. This time there's no circular curves or anything like that, and so it is a polyhedron. We can say yes, it is a polyhedron. And we need to identify the solid. Well, we name this is specifically a prism. And how do we know this is a prism? Because it's got two parallel congruent faces. Sometimes it's hard for students to know and differentiate what am I talking about when I say congruent faces or bases. Because when we think of a base, we usually think of it as it lying on its base. Like we usually think that this part here at the bottom is the base, but that is actually incorrect. That is not the base of this figure. Just because it's not standing on the base doesn't mean just because it's lying on that surface doesn't mean that that's the actual base or the bottom. What we call the bases are the two congruent shapes that you see here that are parallel to each other. So specifically, this triangle is parallel or in the same orientation as this one here, right across from it. So think about taking this triangle and stretching it out, which could be represented as this part right here. Both ends have the same shape. So maybe thinking about it as the ends of the shape having this, the ends of the solid having the same shape. That could give you the hint that it is a prism. Okay, now we name a prism based on its bases. So because it is a triangle, we're going to call this a triangular, not triangle prism. That would be incorrect. And remember, you've got to type this incorrect for it to be counted, correct, obviously. Okay, so make sure you know how to spell this. This is a triangular prism, okay, because of the triangles of the bases. Hope that helps.